Hey friends, it's Miss Jessica here. I am here to read another story. This is called Kilum. Kilum was one of the happiest dragons you have ever seen. Well, you have probably never seen a dragon, to tell you the truth. Neither have I. Kilum was such a good-natured dragon. He seldom roared, and he never blew balls of fire. Not that he couldn't, he just didn't. All the other dragons thought Kilum was odd. They still played with him, and they loved flying with him in dragon flying class, although they said to one another, no roaring and no blowing fireballs just didn't seem very dragon-like. When Kilum was upset about something, he simply said, Nella Nella, which in dragon talk means, I'm sad. When he was angry, he said, Tella Tella, which means go away. When he was tired and grumpy, he would say, Rella Rella, and fold his wings over his face and go to sleep. Kilum was very articulate for a dragon. One day, a messenger brought a message from the king. The king had a problem. A giant had come to the village and sat down right outside the village gate and simply would not budge. He spoke a silly language, and neither the king nor any of his people understood. The king was frustrated. He wanted the giant to leave. The queen, who was usually a quiet and sincere person, was very upset by the presence of this giant. So the king's message summoned the dragon to come blow balls of fire at the giant to make him leave. The king promised a wonderful prize to the dragon, that he could make the giant go away. The dragon loved the king's presence, so they flew immediately off to the village. The dragon approached the giant and roared mightily. The giant didn't even look up. The dragon sucked in a big breath and blew a huge ball of fire right at the giant. The giant reached up and batted the flame away. A second dragon joined the first, but the giant simply would not budge. He caught the fireballs and tossed them into the ocean several miles away. Soon the dragons were tuckered out and completely out of breath. Kilum said if he might have a turn, but the king said, no more fireballs. Kilum said, I will not use fireballs, I will use my words. The king gave permission, and Kilum approached the giant and said, Bella, Bella, no Bella. The giant smiled and answered, Wella, Wella, yo Wella. Kilum pointed to the big mountain to his left. The giant picked him up and hugged him gently, and then he headed for the mountain. The whole village cheered with delight. Finally, things would return to normal. The king handed Kilum a beautifully wrapped box. Kilum said it wasn't necessary, but the king insisted. Kilum opened his gift, stopped and asked children, I'm asking the children, what do you think is inside of this box? Inside was a tiny horse with wings. Kilum was thrilled. He loved his new friend from the minute he saw her. He named her Bella. Kilum and Bella lived happily ever after in the land of dragons and giants in the world of make-believe.